Welcome back here to the news at 4 o'clock. We are honoring Flag Day here at ABC4. Now, there's a lot of history behind this day, and we have a little piece of it in our studio today. We're joined by Ron Fox, public historian and president of the Fox Group. Thank you so much for coming here, especially on Flag Day. Okay, the first thing I'm sure everyone's recognizing, you have a few flags next to you, but we have this beautiful flag in front. Tell us a little bit about it. Give us some context.
Well, this is the flag in which Congress approved on June 14th, 1777, which would make it the 248th anniversary of our flag. We are celebrating Flag Day because, as you said, 1949 is when they adopted it. But it's just important. Flags are a symbol. In war, we have used them as symbols to follow the troops. They follow the flag, and it's always been a symbol. But candidly, we have iconic photographs of flags, raising it upon Iwo Jima during World War II. You have Old Glory, which we call it, that was the Star-Spangled Banner, Fort McHenry, 1814, when Francis Scott Key wrote out our national anthem. And of course, many of us remember the 9/11 flag that was flown by the firefighters after the building was destroyed. People identify with flags. Colonial Flag told me one time that right after 9/11, they didn't have a flag in their shop about 4 hours after 9/11 was attacked. So people need to show their allegiance and their love for their country, and they do it mainly through their actions and showing the flag.
Okay, you mentioned kind of the importance on this. I'd like to stick with this a little bit if we can. Why do you think flags are so important to you, historians? Why do you think people should care?
Well, people care because they identify with their love of country. And when they see a flag flying in a foreign land, like at the U.S. Embassy, or if they find a flag flying at a national park, we all identify with that. Utah just went through a new process where we have a new state flag, which is the first time since 1913 that we have now changed our flag. We still have the historic flag, but we now have a new flag.
Okay, and finally, we have this beautiful piece of history here, but you also have a couple other things with you. Tell me how important all of this is.
Well, it's just like anything, people have flags in which they fly at their home. This is our new state flag. This is our current flag. It's interesting that our flag, from a history standpoint, that if you become a state on July 5th, your star doesn't get added to the flag until the following July 4th. So the last star that was added was 1960 for the state of Hawaii, which was added in 1959. So it's history, it's patriotism, it is all those things. As George M. Cohan said, it's the grand old flag.
It's the grand old flag. Okay, some words of wisdom from Ron there. Thank you very much for coming in and sharing those.
Thank you.
Hope you guys keep those in mind as we go to Flag Day. We're going to head to a quick break, but stay with us.